It's not right. Whatever you're doing, whatever your assistant is, your people are doing is not right. I know they are doing it probably to please you or is under your instructions, but it is not right. And then also stop throwing police officers under the bus after your mistakes. It's your own mistakes. No police instructs themselves. They have to be told, you do this and this. Yeah. So I believe even the abductors, those officers, are under strict instructions. And if they don't follow those commands, there are always repercussions. So he should just stop with it, you know. It's not the right way to lead. Yep. Because we don't want to laugh with the government. We don't want to laugh at our problems. Because when you see the Kasongo head and you're laughing, actually you're laughing at your problems instead of sorting them out. So we really need to be objective and refocus what was the intention and what is the intention. Okay. Otherwise, we wait until 2032 suffering.
Fagilia TV wanafagia news zote, wanakuletea vitu moto moto. Subscribe to Fagilia TV.
Unajua watu wakiwa abducted and it is seen on cameras, hii naye huwezi ruka. Unajua gava function hivi ya. Sasa kama mimi ni abduct, they use a lot of threats. A lot of them, and they can actualize those threats. So mtu anaona badala nikuja tena nibonge ukweli ama kitu yenye happen, anajaribu ajifiche, unaona. But truth of the matter is vijana walikuwa abducted in real time, na good enough nowadays kuko na CCTV hata hii building yenye tuko. We've put CCTVs in place to just make sure that should anything happen to anyone who resides in this building, tutajua what really happened, unaona. So watu wanajaribu kuchange, watoto wanajikidnap. Hakuna mtu mwenye anajikidnap alafu anajiachilia the same day. Wenyewe wewe utatoka tu kwa keja yako ujikidnap for nothing, uende ujipate kwa Kisumu. To serve what purposely? Na uko tu poa pale, uko na do job zako vizuri. Kama sasa huyu Kibet Bull. Kijana alikuwa anafaa kwenda Israel. Masomo yake yamekatiwa hivyo. Na wazazi ukiangalia they are not that well off, wanajikaza tu. Wananiambia ni nani mjinga hivyo at that level abduction ndio akose kwenda chuo. It's not possible, you know. So all these are just cooked up stories from the government side to make sure they cover their shame. But it's already public, it's already known worldwide that we have a government that is kidnapping critics.
Okay.
Yeah.
Talking about the government, Karenyamo juzi alienda hapo kwa mtandao akasema it's no government who is kidnapping our children. There's some people who are doing it. Do you agree with her?
Shame on her. A big shame on her. I don't know even who listens to Karenyamo. You must be a mad person to listen to Karenyamo, because we've seen her behaviors, we've seen how she carries herself around, and that can tell you the character of a person. Tells you who they really are. This is just like unajua anajitanga mtoto. Hata Ruto nimesikia President Ruto akimuita Nyamu kama my daughter. Unaelewa? So like son, like father, like daughter.
Tabia ni
zile tu. Because Karenyamo nani anasikizanga Karenyamo? Me I don't listen to her, by the way, I'm serious. Hata niko na video yake na scroll haraka nikana na problem. Because me upenda mse mwenye anajiheshimu, especially ukiwa in the limelight and a leader. You should really respect yourself and carry yourself with a lot of respect. But she doesn't respect herself. Kuna time tumeona uchi wake, naona. Na yeye mwenyewe ndiye anaonyesha, so vitu kama hivyo mimi siwezi kusikiza. So just forget about what she said. Okay. Maybe she's on something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think government is abducting young Kenyans?
I don't think I know.
You know?
I know the government is abducting people. And I can prove this through their own wordings. Recently, there is a guy who has come out claiming this is Oscar Sudi. He's threatening me, asking for my TV not to post certain videos, of which I do not run the TV. I own the TV, but the people running the TV are the ones in charge. So you're asking me to stop posting which videos I do not know. You understand? So such threats, and somebody comes on camera says, this is your number, Oscar Sudi. That is number one. Number two, Oscar Sudi is heard before the president saying that he thought he was going to be given this security docket. Unfortunately, he wasn't. But if he was given, those kids, now the criticizers, those kids, hiyo vitu haike kwa hapo. Ile mambo wangeona nini if it's not death. So it is the government abducting people. We also heard the president himself saying that we are going to stop. We who?
The government.
Exactly. We are going to stop. So you're going to stop. And he adds on it, I was expecting, for example, when the president was talking, is to like threaten the abductors, tell them that the government is on the alert and it is coming for them. But he goes ahead and advises parents like, hey, you should teach your children manners and blah, 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 blah. It's like he's sympathizing with abductors rather than the parents who are so worried about the lives of their kids. So it's unfortunate. Me, I understand and I believe 100% it is the government conducting these abductions.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Talking about abduction, so do you think in Kenya today we don't have the right of expression?
Actually, it is being suppressed. Okay, when you see that when you speak against someone in power and they are after you, they want to make sure you don't communicate further, because even if you look at these kids, you find that they don't want to talk much because of what they experienced under the abducted conditions. So yeah, they are trying to suppress. We've seen that in media, sometimes even police beating up people like you, press. So yeah, they are trying to make sure that if we have to speak praising even the evil that is being done. Okay. But unfortunately it won't work. Nowadays we have different channels to get the message out there.
Okay. Kina Kibet, kina Billy wameachiliwa. Do you think this is the head ama bando wengine wataendelea kupanga?
Gava never stops. Every government kills its people. We've seen that in history. Kenyatta killed people. Predecessor, there is also Moi who killed a lot of people. And then also apart from the era of Kibaki, whereby there was a little, but also under his leadership there were people who were killed, and especially during the post-election violence, whereby Raila thought that he was the winner. We saw people die. Also Uhuru, you can remember the Yala story. And then under Uhuru again and Ruto, you remember the Shakahola scenes. So yeah, every government kills people. So it's the government, yeah. It kills people, a lot of people.
So what should we do now as Gen Z? Tunawawa, tunakuwa abducted.
Should be united, should speak one volume, and should also stick to what we intend to do. Now when I really want to disagree a little with the Gen Z, the approach, like making President Ruto appear as if he's in a casket, as if he's wearing a women pants on a female body. I really disagree with that, because now we've lost it. We've become insultive instead of objective. We need to be objective. What is the intent of Gen Z coming together? The lives that were lost, it was for the good governance. It wasn't for ridiculing an individual. Because Ruto does not run a government alone. He has his CSS, he has his MPs, he has his senators, he has his MCAs, all of them. It's a government. It's not a war of an individual. Ruto is not the problem alone. He is the problem, but not alone. The entire system. You understand? So the Gen Zs, most of them are losing it, especially the ones on media. We need to focus on getting rid of an entire government, not an individual in charge. Okay? Because government is like a tree. We have the executive, we have the judiciary, we have the legislature. So this tree, even if you cut a character in executive and you still maintain the same people, same way they influenced it when they were on top, and with the monies they have garnered illegally, they will still control these systems outside. So we need to get the entire system out, clean inside out. You understand? So they need to be objective. We need to be objective, focus on getting rid of the government and getting new governance. Okay. Yeah.
So do you think they should stop creating that content, or they should just do it on a different way?
Criticize in a decent way, such that you don't even cause problems to yourselves. Unaona sasa wakikuwa abducted, no one is there to really help them, apart from yapping on media, because these nurses do help, but the torture that an individual has to go through, it's so personal. So even if we talk and then you get released, you cannot forget the experiences you went through. But if now they abduct you for being positive and criticizing the government positively, I think it will be also very difficult for them to have any excuse as to why you're abducting these people. Right now they had excuse, you're being disrespectful to the president and blah blah blah. But if you be productive in terms of criticizing the government on the edge by what they are not doing, what they should be doing, and also calling on youth. I think it will be more important than just drawing some funny cartoons and not passing across the message. Because we don't want to laugh with the government. We don't want to laugh at our problems. Because when you see the Kasongo head and you're laughing, actually you're laughing at your problems instead of sorting them out. So we really need to be objective and refocus what was the intention and what is the intention. Otherwise, we wait until 2032 suffering.
Our message to William Samoei Ruto, the President of the Republic of Kenya.
My message is very clear. The President of the Republic of Kenya, William Samoei Ruto, with all due respect, I have two issues that I really want to send home. Please, can you stop with malaria, the so-called GMO mosquitoes, genetically modified mosquitoes, to come and, stop the normal malaria we have. They did that in Brazil. They did that in Oxford, and we know what that caused. It really killed people. Right now in Oxford, people are suffering from a disease we call brain swelling and also malaria. And they had released these genetically modified mosquitoes to go fight the mosquitoes that cause malaria. Instead, it has just hiked the situation. Right now, I'm having rumors that already the GMO mosquitoes have been released in Kisumu. And I'm not sure about it, but I know they were supposed to be released within this month. We also have another issue of releasing genetically modified potatoes, genetically modified maize, which again, it is going to cause something we call dependency on one producer. It's like monopolizing farming, which I would really urge the government to stop, though they were supposed to release yesterday. Yesterday was the last day, so I think already they are in the markets. But I hope the farmers do not buy such stuff. We know what GMO has done before. It was restricted in 1961, and it has been that way to date until the President Ruto, the sitting president, came and revoked it and allowed the GMOs. And the person behind this is a person who has very bad reputation in terms of the humanity. He has been pretending to be so much human in terms of helping and sponsoring such products, but he's one of the persons who is so campaigning for the population. This is I don't want to mention him. Actually, it could affect your channels, but I will just call him Bilmbuzi, okay, for the sake of your channels. Otherwise, this information could even be stopped completely. So that guy and with his foundation, they're the ones behind the maize, the genetically modified maize. They're the ones behind the potatoes, genetically modified again. They are behind the genetically modified mosquitoes. But I don't call them genetically modified mosquitoes. I call them weaponized mosquitoes. Yeah, I call them weaponized because they are going to turn out to be tears of a nation, and it affects people entirely. Yep. And also, I would ask him to leave people's cows alone. Cows do not fart methane. It's a lie. Unless you never went to a biology class, cows don't fart methane. They belch methane. So you're saying that you are injecting them to stop farting methane? Then you need to go back to class and get some little bit of biology classes. It's just grade 8, I think. You will have the knowledge about the entire stomach, the 4 compartments of the cow digestive system. So we need to stop these lies. We need to stop with these so-called vaccines. Recently, you saw the vaccines, what Corona did to people.
Yeah.
The Corona vaccine was supposed to help people to withstand the virus. Instead, it killed people. A lot of people. And some people have been left with permanent patches and other diseases that are now permanent on them because of those stupid vaccines. And now they recently, last year, about from June, there were constant polio vaccines to the kids. We saw how kids got affected. Some of them died, but it was meant to be silenced. So can he stop experimenting on us, please? Just stop it. It doesn't matter how much money you're given by these so-called capitalists or whoever they are, but just stop experimenting on us. We are a nation, we are a country, and we have our future to secure. Yeah, that's all I will tell President Ruto to really reconsider.
Okay. Talking about the same President Ruto, what do you have to tell him concerning abductions?
It's not right. Whatever you're doing, whatever your assistant is, your people are doing is not right. I know they are doing it probably to please you or is under your instructions, but it is not right. And then also stop throwing police officers under the bus after your mistakes. It's your own mistakes. No police instructs themselves. They have to be told, you do this and this.
Yeah.
So I believe even the abductors, those officers, are under strict instructions. And if they don't follow those commands, there are always repercussions. So he should just stop with it, you know. It's not the right way to lead. Yep.
What about us, Gen Z, yeah? Watu wenye wanakuwa abducted, unatuambia nini?
Do not give up. Don't give up. Because there is no freedom that comes for free. There is a price that needs to be paid.
Yeah.
And some of us might be found to be that price. So I'll just tell you, keep on pushing. You know what you're fighting for. You know how worth it is. So you can't give up on your dream. You can't give up on what you're fighting for just for the sake of being afraid or being coward or being threatened. So you need to step up, continue doing what you're doing, but in a positive way and in an objective way. Yeah.
All right. At the time you were starting, nilisikia ukisema you have adopted kids and they are to school. Talk to us about that.
Okay, before my channels were dropped, you know, I had a large channel. There is one that was having around 50,000, and then there is the one that was 30,000 and another 60,000. So combined, it was around 150,000. And this channel, when I started, I was struggling. And as a result, I thought like for me to permanently say thank you to my God, because I believe in God, I should do something constantly. And the best was check in my community, within my surroundings. Are there people who are in need of this help? So what I offered was a place to stay and school. So I had like 7 of them, but I had to chase some because once they came, they realized we have everything. They were so reluctant. They started like, you know, seducing one another before me. So I had to get rid of them, many of them. But now I have remained with 3 girls who really want to do their studies. Out of the 5, there were 7, but I had to get rid of some. But I had left around 5. So I have one that has finished Form 4 as we speak. Wow. There is also another boy that has finished Form 4. He's supposed to be here probably this month. He's in Kakamega right now. Then there is Ndambi, who is already in Nairobi. So I am left with only 3 right now that I'm trying to help and make sure that they get their education. So last time people promised to chip in, they never. But I thank God that through other means, they are back to school. School fees balance ni kidogo tu yenye mebaki at this term, and then maybe 3-4 books. Okay. Yep. Okay.
Umesema people promised to chip in, but they didn't.
No.
But maybe you can just talk to them.
Yeah, anyone who is willing to. I don't even want them to send me money. I want them to ask me for the accounts of the school. They just send me the receipt. Hey, I have sent this amount to this school. Okay. And then I forward the receipt to show that maybe, for example, next term has been catered for. Yeah, that is all I want. I don't want you sending me monies, because if you send me monies, I'll see what is emergency. You know, there is that which is important and then emergency. So I will sort the emergency ones while it was meant for school fees. Okay. So I prefer they send the monies to the school directly. Okay. Yeah.
Watakupata aje?
0704 45 4609. Or they could find me on my YouTube channel and talk to me, which we call at TWDCI. Okay. Yeah.
All right. As we wind up, talk to your fans.
Thank you so much for those who've stepped up to stand for the truth, fight for the truth and justice. I really appreciate your commentary. I really appreciate your liking of my videos and sharing. Please let us continue. Let us grow the channel. We are almost at 2,000. So let us reach to 5,000. I will really appreciate. And yes, let's work together.
All right. Thank you so much, Truth.
I appreciate. Hizi ma channel zote hata sijui ni gani na gani.
Beka Africa.
Kuna Beka Africa. Kuna Fagilia TV.
Yeah.
Anafagia tu. Make sure you clean. Yeah. Okay. Asante.
So ladies and gentlemen, that was Mr. Truth Watchdog. I call him Mr. Truth sababu anaongea kweli and amewafafanulia kila kitu.
Na huyo akikuja ananileteanga maziwa. We, content creators, muchangamuke. She brings me milk and sugar. Unakuja hapa tunakauka midomo. Thank you, bye.
Thank you so much, guys. See you in the next video. Bye.
Nimesema maukweli.